pas du tout.
So yes, we're adding in a junior category for the first time to the Freestyle Trampoline World Championships. I'm super excited. This year we're adding in the first ever Junior Freestyle Trampoline World Championships category. This is for athletes aged 13 to 15, and athletes that are age 16 and up are for the seniors. So we have added this in as a way to be able to try to get some of the younger athletes. There's a lot of amazing athletes out there that just aren't old enough to compete at the World Championships. So what we've done is said, look, we're going to create a new category, a new rung on the ladder, a baby rung on the ladder to be able to give some experience to these young flippers. They go to GT games, do Tramp Champs, and they still go to the senior qualifiers just for fun, but now they can actually train and compete, qualify at their qualifier events in their country, and then go and represent themselves on the world stage in front of a live audience, as well as millions of online viewers for the first time ever. For the juniors, we have added in a couple of different rules because we want to really focus on having the athletes think about doing things in a different way. We don't want every generation to do the exact same thing over and over and over again. This is what got traditional trampoline into trouble because everything looked the same. And yes, the skills are very cool in Olympic trampoline, but when everyone is doing the exact same thing again and again, then you lose that sort of excitement, that wow factor, that whoa, that was cool, what was that? Let me look at that again. We want to be able to actually create that and stimulate that new creative thought process in the juniors. So by the time they get to the senior level after a few years, then they are already bringing brand new skills, brand new combos, brand new thoughts and ideas to the community. So this way we never get stagnant, we're always evolving, always creating new skills, because that's what freestyle is all about. It is about creating and inventing skills and new ways to move on the trampoline. Not simply just taking a theoretical perfect way of doing it and just copying it again and again and again. That might be for the traditional side where they're looking for that absolute perfect mathematical perfection. But for freestyle, we're looking for creativity. We're looking for the art. What is unique about you and what is the way that you want to express yourself on the trampoline?
That's sick though.
The seniors have their own rule sets and they're pretty open, pretty relaxed, and pretty free, we'll say. For the juniors, we're looking to actually shape the way they do their skills so that we can A, increase safety, increase technique, but also increase variability. We can already start seeing that athletes tend to go into a couple of different camps of skills. Front and back landings are very popular. Landing feet to feet skills is not so popular. Flips are more popular than twists. Not as many positions as we might like, and also not as many forward skills as we're seeing backward skills. So as an association, we want to look back and say, okay guys, let's take a look here and say, okay, what are we doing? What would happen if we kept doing this for the next 5 years? Would all the skills start looking the same? Would it start getting boring? Right? And in this case, we're looking and saying, okay, we want the new generation of flippers to be able to do flips in all different ways. You should be able to flip as good forward as you do backwards, sideways, twisting in both directions, landing your skills, feet to feet landings, not just kabooms or Codys, but being able to be diverse and do a whole plethora of different skills and landing positions. So one of the first new rules we're adding in is that you must land your final skill on your feet. For the seniors, they get a bonus if they do, but they don't have to. the juniors will need to do this. And this is showing that you know how to end the skill, you know how to land it, and you know how to pick the skills properly, that by the time you get to the end skill, you can land it. Instead of just landing at a heap on the side, and it just doesn't really end the routine or the combo in a really spectacular way for the audience. So this is not just for the athletes to learn how to land skills, but it's also for the audience so they can get an experience where it goes bang and you know, oh, I landed it, I got it, that's it. There's no questions there.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Yo. So clean, bro.
Another rule that we're adding in for the athletes in the junior category is that they must do at least one forward skill. We're seeing a lot of backward skills, a lot of sideways skills, but we're not seeing as many forward skills. So the second regulation that we're adding in just for the juniors is that we want them to show at least one forward skill. Throughout that combo, as long as one of the skills out of the 2 to 5 skills you're going to do in that combo, as long as one of those skills is moving forward, you will not lose any points.
Oh, line. Keep going. Well, I gotta land it, dude. First tee.
The third rule that we're creating is that you must be able to do a forward or backward skill with at least a double twist. Full fulls and millers are actually relatively new in the community, and we've only seen those being pushed for the last couple years. In the very early years, in 2017, 18, 19, it was mostly just flips forward and backwards. Now we're seeing a lot more twisting, and we want to encourage more of that. So we're saying that one of the skills in your 2 to 5 skill combo must also have a double twist. 2 twists. It can be in a double flip, a triple flip, a single flip, quad flip, quint flip, any kind of flip you want, but there needs to be at least 2 twists in at least one of the skills to show that you have that ability to twist and to flip. And the fourth and final regulation that we're putting in just for the juniors is that they must be able to do at least one feet-to-feet landing. We're seeing a lot of stomach, a lot of back, but we're not seeing as much feet to feet in the combos. So we want to promote that the new generation is willing to use their feet more than the previous generations. Codys and kabooms are really cool and they're really fun to do, but there are a lot of skills that you can do from your feet, and an athlete that is truly versatile in the freestyle nature is one that can be able to go from feet to stomach to back to side to any single way, even handstands when they start doing palm flips and things and tramp casts and things like this. So we want to see at least one skill in your 2 to 5 skill combo that lands feet at the takeoff and lands feet at the end. It can be your final trick, it can be your first trick, or anything in between, but you need to be able to show one feet-to-feet landing. And this again is to show the athletes and promote to the athletes that landing on your feet is as important as landing on stomach and landing on back. All 3 of these positions should be in any flipper's repertoire, so we are going to gently push that into the next generation and by adding it to the rule set.
Nice.
So for all you junior flippers out there, age 13 to 15, go on the website, download the rules, start playing with those skills, throw them down at the qualifiers, and then you can go and be invited to go to the World Champs, and you can battle out with all the other juniors, up-and-coming flippers to be crowned the first ever Freestyle Trampoline Junior World Champion.
Now, your first place, your gold medalist, the first ever Freestyle Trampoline World Championship for the ladies, Lydia Peltomäki.
Lydia Peltomäki from Finland. A very well-deserved win. I mean, it was definitely common. She threw the 2 triples in her routine. Really earned it. Look at her. She'll be absolutely ecstatic with that. The first ever female world champion.